Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to your father. Happy to a father that you do know, right? I was debating on whether to do a shave today or not, but hey, here we are. Happy Father's Day, right? Happy Sunday, right? You might be waking up right now, brushing your teeth or whatever, getting ready, about to go out to a barbecue. You're already out there in the field. You're doing whatever fathers do. Do what you need to do. Do you, right? I'm going to do me. I'm going to work. I'm going to provide exquisite, elegant, and above standard services rendered to yours. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, hey, I want to talk to you about my father, right? My father. My father doesn't have a middle name. How about that? My father. My father doesn't have a middle name. What's that about? What's going on with my father's middle name? My father, like when it came to having a middle name, like suddenly the pen dried out, or they had to change pens and they didn't have the right like they didn't have any pens, or they didn't have any like ways of like writing down the number and stuff, right? And it was just like, what's that about? Why would you not have a pen, right? And then suddenly it's just his first and his last name, right? My father was born in Newark, New Jersey. Anybody who says they're from Jersey, New Jersey, would not be making that up, right? They would not. So I'm gonna switch hands here, talk over here. But yeah, my father, right? He's an interesting guy. He in many ways he has many like he's got a great sense of humor, like with his lifestyle, but he's not a very funny guy. Happy Father's Day. How you doing, YouTube? How are you? Sound off in the comments. If you're doing anything. Hey, Steven Fernandez, 7131. How you doing, buddy? Happy Father's Day. Let's blow it up now. I got over 500 views on my freaking short, right? And I was like, what? It's like, okay, let's glorify being short. Hey, sound off in the comments below. Hey, how you doing, Marble? Hey, Steven, Ali, Aaliyah Johnson, how you doing? Hope you guys have a great Father's Day, right? Make it all about your old man. He's probably complaining that half his body's asleep anyway, right? That's what happens. I got a toe. I got a toe that I got my left toe is like something's going on with my left toe right now. I don't know what's going on. You hit your 40s and you start breaking down. You get more views by the second. That's right. That's right. Thank you. Hey, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Right, I'm a father. I've been a father for 10 years almost, but I want to talk to you about my father. My father doesn't have a middle name, guys. Like he's got a first and a last name, and somewhere along the line they forgot about the middle name, like a pen dried out, or they didn't have a pen to begin with. It's like, what's that about? YouTube, right? Seriously though, he doesn't have a name. Born in Newark, New Jersey, right? And anybody who says they're from Jersey is not making that up, okay? No one will lie saying that they're coming from Jersey. I was born in Jersey, I can say that too, right? So, hey, it's a true story. We moved out here when I was a little kid, but this is not about me. This is about my father. And so, and speaking of fathers, it's like, do you say dad? Do you say father? Is father more formal or informal? I got questions. Anybody got answers? Sound off in the comments. Yeah, Steven Fernandez, how you doing, buddy? Happy Father's Day. I'm out here on my walk. Surprise, surprise. I'm doing this walk 5 days a week. So yeah. Yeah, your father. Yeah. My father. Hey, he could be a smart guy. Let me tell you. He's got an attitude, right? He could be a big baby. He could like he goes to like somewhere to eat, right? And he's got a thing about pancakes, right? He loves his pancakes, and he has them dry. He doesn't eat. He doesn't have any. He has them like stacked, nice and neat, right? When he goes, like you go out to eat, he has some pancakes, and he doesn't have butter, he doesn't have syrup, he doesn't have anything else, just plain pancakes. Why? Because the man prides himself on being neat. He can't help it. He can't help himself. He goes to a grocery store, right? He goes to a grocery store, and this is what happens. Like he gets dollar bills back because he uses cash. He doesn't have a card really. He gets it back, and if it's not a crispy bill, he doesn't want to be bothered by it, and he'll give it back to the person at the register to give him a cleaner bill, and then he arranges his bills by serial numbers. Sink that in. What? What is that about, bro? Like, that's wild, right? Yeah, happy Father's Day. Hey, hey, hey. So, I told you I'm going to light this up, right? My dad, my father has never been on the internet. He doesn't have a Gmail. He doesn't know what an email is. He doesn't know what a mouse is. If I told him to grab a mouse and open a window, he would be looking for a rodent on the ground. He wouldn't know what a mouse was. He doesn't know what a mouse is. No idea. Has absolutely no idea. He would say no idea, right? He tries to put emphasis in some certain words and stuff like that. But, and any of you guys are interested in knowing what this young man looks like, or he doesn't really like me calling him young man because it brings back some previous trauma. But I mean, I could be honest and open, right? I could be direct, which I am, right? So yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. So let me know if you're having a great day. You know, I'm just sharing about my father, right? The man, yeah, he doesn't seriously no internet, right? Um, let's see what else, like technology. Yeah, he has absolutely no idea about technology, right? I was trying to tell him about my, because he was like, oh, I want to promote your channel, right? You know, I got a couple of people because he doesn't have a smartphone or anything. He uses the wall phone in his apartment, right? And for the longest time, he'd be sleeping on the ground. He didn't want to be bothered by a bed or anything, right? He'd be like an old school monk or something. And I called him a minimalist. Chuckled about it. Didn't really know what that was like. You know what? That's a great word for it. Minimalist. I like it. And he started using it, adopting it. So, but yeah, it's wild, man. Happy Father's Day. I'm out here doing my walk. I'm getting mine. Are you getting yours? How you doing out there? What, you brushing your teeth? You doing laundry? You like catching up on stuff? The father's out there barbecuing right now. Maybe you're throwing a ball around with your boy or your girl. Maybe you're out on the soccer field. Maybe you're on a plane. Maybe you're on the toilet. I mean, wherever you're at, thank you for joining me. However, this found you, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for lighting up the comment section for a bit. Uh, let's see, what else about my father? Yeah, the cash, the internet, the pancakes, right? All super neat and everything. Loves his Vanity Fair napkins, right? There's coincidentally a soccer match at the World Cup I'm watching. Oh man, you're watching the World Cup and my big ass face on your screen, multiple windows. Maybe your smartphone's on my face and the big game is on the other. Might be any funnier than the commercials and stuff like that, right? I'm out here live streaming and stuff, right? I'm getting mine. I'm trying to get better at the camera, get more comfortable, more confident, and capable, right? I have some things planned, right? I have this like Osmo DJI thing that I'm looking at. I'm thinking about getting that, so improve the user's experience, right? But anyway, getting back to my father. So I'm going on my second lap now, right? And I go to about 3 to 4 laps, so we're good. Settle in, YouTube. This is funny, right? My father, oh man, he's a big guy too, right? And man, let me tell you, he's like, you know where he's been too, because he's like old school and he uses baby powder everywhere, right? And so you see like little footprints and stuff walk, like the places that he's been, you can see footprints on the ground with the baby powder. It's like a ghost, right? He's like, you know what I mean? It's like it's crazy. What type of game character? Oh, that's not me. That's kind of weird. Okay. Just trying to read the comments and stuff like that. So, but yeah, my father is such a peculiar, interesting guy, right? Very insane stuff. Yeah. It's insane. I mean, it's kind of sane. I guess it could be insanity, but it's helpful to talk about these sort of things, right? So, um, but yeah, my father, right? Like he's and like like you get him in front of a camera and that sort of thing, right? And he's like, because I had him on a tried a little bit of a podcast, called it A Conversation with My Father. It's in my YouTube playlist, right? You could just go back to it if you wanted to. And it was like the first ever, and then my kids ended up joining in. But like my point is that like he was sitting there and he didn't really know, like he was on the outside looking in, you know what I mean? Like he was a time travel and he suddenly warped to present day and he was like, what's happening? I got a camera in front of me, right? I got a microphone in front of me, I got a computer in front of me, all these cords and stuff everywhere. Crazy. So I'm heading up the hill. Apologies if I'm out of breath. I'm fired up. Uh, just talking about my father, right? So it is a broad daylight for you, but it's like very dark for me. Oh yeah, well I always get to the office, I'll say, about an hour before I show up to work, before I have to clock in, and I do my walk. I do my 1 hour walk, so I'm walking till 10:30, about 10:20, 10:25. So I listen to some music, I have some coffee, right, and then yeah, come to find out, my dad had no idea that I do this sort of thing, and he watched one of my last videos, and clean shaves and barber shops. My last video, actually, of yesterday. Because I try to post a video 5 days a week. Right, I gotta be consistent. So yeah, but my father, man, he's Mr. Plain Pancakes, Mr. Neat. He makes certain sounds and stuff, right? Oh, let me tell you though, like the snoring can be pretty intense. Oh my goodness, the snoring. Where do I even begin with the snoring? Like he has apnea, or like he's like hooked up to something that Darth Vader would be hooked up to, like his breathing apparatus or whatever, but doesn't have any of that. And man, he's just like he's wild. Like like the fan will be on full blast, right? And he's just like he overpowers the fan. And this is like an industrial fan. Like this is something that would blow the paint back off a wall, right? The drywall or whatever. He used to be a carpenter's apprentice back in the day, and he prides himself on that sort of thing. So, but yeah, like he would, when he watches this video later, he'd be like, yeah, yeah. And so, I mean, his snoring's gotten a little bit better, but it's still like you're falling asleep near a jetliner or something. It's wild, man. Like it's penetrating. It knocked you through the wall almost. So it's like a superpower, snoring. Um, but yeah, he's coming along. My father, he's 70. He's gonna be 71 on the 24th, and GTA 6 pre-orders go live on the 25th, and he's gonna be a part of that stream in November. So if you guys are interested in seeing funny shenanigans, and you guys are interested in seeing myself play some games, right? Because technically this has been working out more than anything else. So just guy chatting here on my walk, right? Otherwise, I'd just be listening to music or subjecting you to horrible singing. But yeah, I'm just like out here. doing it, getting it done. So hopefully all this stuff is they're releasing it on PlayStation 5 while I still have the PlayStation 4. I would probably upgrade. Get yourself a Pro, PS5 Pro if you can, because that's going to be the best way to play it. It's going to come to PlayStation 5 Pro, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC at a later date, I think. So, but yeah, pre-orders go live on June 25th, and it's going to be coming out on November 19th, right? So if you're like, if you show up to work one day and you're like, what is going on? There's nobody around. There's nobody around. They're all playing GTA 6, right? Some companies are they've posted like official documentation saying, hey, this is an observed like day, and I know everyone wants to play it, so they have the day off to go do that. I mean, like that's crazy. If you're a boss out there or you want to be a boss, that's boss behavior. That's awesome. Anybody would love to work with you, right? And it's all about the team, right? We is greater than me, right? And so, but yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you haven't already. Sound off in the comments. Happy Father's Day, YouTube. Actually, a lot of companies are closed that day. Yeah. I know. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Unless you're like, working in a job that requires, 24/7, 365 service. We have national holidays and stuff off at my job, but, like I guess there's like 7 observed holidays, and so which is nice. So I can spend the time with the kids and that sort of thing. So, but yeah, but my dad, like, he can't get, like, he's not a gamer or anything. He'll go to his restaurants and he'll do his thing. He doesn't drive. He had a stroke not too long ago. Well, about a year ago, he had a stroke and he recovered well from it. He actually wore the wheels out on his push cart, right? And you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to wear out the wheels of your walker, right? He walked the hell out of that walker. He burned those wheels down to the ground. Like, it was crazy. Like, and like these therapists and stuff would come over and he would just be like, I'm good. And they didn't need to help out or anything. So, yeah, no. His lifestyle's much better. He's in a much better place mentally. And emotionally, right? Like he has access to us and my wife, and who's a registered nurse. Shout out to hospital workers, right? Actually, labor and delivery unit. So she gets up in the holy of holies, you know, pretty consistently. So I mean, you can't get any more honest and open than that, right? I mean, literally. Um, but yeah, he's good. He's walking on his own. He's independent. His nutrition's a lot better. He pretty much eats what I recommend. He has my wife who checks in on him and has him over. He's over for the next couple, maybe like a day, another day. And I'll be heading home tomorrow. We're taking him to like the light rail, or whatever, because he doesn't have a vehicle himself, which is a good thing, saving his life. Because he walks everywhere. He lives in the city, and he's pretty social, um, you know, for when he wants to be. So, but yeah, thank you, Marble and Square. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's better. Mental outlook and stuff like that is better too. So, but yeah, he's gonna be 71. He's lived a long life. He's lived longer than my mom did, and he's lived it longer than his mom did. He's playing with his grandkids right now, and he has time wealth. He does everything that he wants to do. Let me tell you something about my father. My father will call 1-800 numbers about like the companies and stuff. He loves the products. Like he'll call Neutrogena or whatever, right? He'll call CeraVe if he knows about CeraVe. He calls about all like these companies and stuff, right? He gets out. He actually, that 800 number that's like super small on the back of the label. Like when near the ingredients, he'll call the number and thank them. And he'll have like a 45-minute conversation with these people. Like he has what I call time wealth. He's wealthy with time. Does anything he wants to do with his time. You know, it's all right. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna do what he does. You know what I mean? He's not working and stuff like that. And so my name is Marble and Square Races because I do satisfying videos that people weirdly like on YouTube. Okay. All right. Nice. Hey, do you, man? Hey, that brings you joy, right? It's you know, your form of therapy. Do your thing, right? Brings joy to others and stuff, and that's why I have my channel, right? So it's like, you know, and I find that these videos are helping, you know, like I got over it was like 1.4K like on my, and like the shorts are the ones that are doing the best. Right? It's like those the AI or whatever, and I don't really understand all that stuff. But yeah, like anyway, but yeah, like he's yeah, and my dad has no interest in learning any of that the tech stuff, right? Like that's where I come in, and he's like, oh, watch some apps or whatever. And I was trying to teach him about what an underscore was, and you know, because he wanted to like promote my channel to like some of the people that he goes to goes to restaurants, right? And so it's like, you know, he's like, what's underscore? Like, is that where does that go? What's that about, right? Doesn't understand. You gotta educate. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm just out here doing my walk, doing my thing. It's at 10:01 a.m. on Sunday, the 21st. Happy Father's Day, YouTube. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you, to yours, to someone that you know that's a father, right? And it's like, does that extend? Does fatherhood extend to like animals and stuff, or is it actually just is it like people, right? Like do you include that? All right, man. Actually, it's time. Bye bye. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, my channel brought you some joy, some comedic relief, right? And so, way to connect. And that's what it's all about, right? Making connections. So, um, yeah, yeah. Just look forward to the next video, man. You know what I mean? Every day is a blessing. You know, I don't particularly plan and all that stuff. Um, you know, it's my wife's like, you got to plan, and I was like, no, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not given the next day. I'm given now. I can't make up yesterday, and I'm not given tomorrow. Like, you know, so I'm like, what am I doing now, right? So that's my thing. That's what I'm doing. I'm out here. I'm gonna change up the camera a little bit, and I'm gonna go forward with this. Oh yeah, let me know. Um, out here, doing my walk, doing my thing. Um, plan on upgrading a little bit on the camera front and that sort of thing. Track my face, right? Hopefully, this doesn't bring you like motion sickness. My dad had no idea. He was kind of confused, like when he watched the video of me walking around. He thought I was like a professional or something, right? Young man being nice to me and stuff. But yeah, he's an interesting guy. You know, he's at that point in his life, right, where like things are leaking, and he's like, you know, he leaks like kind of a faucet, like an old faucet, right? He wouldn't fix it or anything, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like he'll be sitting there eating dinner last night, right? And I look over, and he's got like a drop right on his nose, and it like starts back here, and then it kind of like progressively moves forward, and it just kind of dangles. It doesn't move, it doesn't drop, it just stays there, right? And I'm like, how long is this? And this is like this is bothering me, you know, like I'm like, but I'm like, I'm holding back, right? And I don't want to startle the man, right? And because he's like 71, I don't want him to, you know, not to spar or whatever, but like, you know, and it's like dangling there, and I was like, Dad, you know, you gotta drop at the edge of the nose. Oh, thank you. You know, and he grabs his tissue or whatever, right? And then he like gets it and then takes care of it. And then like moments later, another one kind of forms in the back, and it kind of moves forward, right? moves forward, and then I'm like, and it's like it's just kind of hanging there, right? Right? And I'm like, what? Does he not feel that? You don't feel that? Does there like is it, you know? And it's like he's got that Italian Sicilian nose, right? That beak, I call it. And he actually noticed my nose. He's like, my eyebrows and my nose are like my signatures when I'm doing my live streams here. He's like, yeah, you got that nose. See the nostrils and that sort of thing, right? I got the finished nose. I got my mom's nose. My sister has my nose, or my dad's nose. The feet, stature. She looks Italian. Interesting stuff, though. Because I look more Finnish and I claim Italian ancestry. My sister claims Finnish ancestry and she looks more Italian. And anyway, it's like nose. Like if you saw him walking, right, and he was like clearing an aisle, right, and right at that partition, right at the end there, you would see his nose first and then the rest of them behind. Because it like sticks out there, right? And I'm like, hopefully it doesn't like hurt us, like it's like that nose. It just kind of sticks out, right, like an eagle. Call it a beak. It's funny. This is a funny word. And yeah, he's just like and he gets ravenous with his foods, right? He can really just put away some food. Not as much as he used to, right? Because of like the condition and stuff that he had. He's much better now. Happy Father's Day, YouTube. YouTube, how you doing? Happy Father's Day. Uh, what are we at? 26 minutes. So I'm gonna go to 30 minutes, I think, right? Maybe a little bit longer, but yeah. Hopefully this brought you some joy, right? Some comedic relief and that sort of thing. So light up the comments, right? Thank you for joining me, everyone. Appreciate you. You all want to sound off in the comments, like, subscribe, leave a comment, do the things, hit the socials, right? I'm Loud Italian. Reach me at YouTube/@louditalian. Good to see you. Hopefully your day is going to go well, right? Wherever you are, fathers out there, happy Father's Day from me to you. I'm waiting for this car here. These people don't really know what's going on. People with I have an electric car and stuff, right? I'm like, okay, I'm walking the parking lot, and they don't really know what's going on, right? Like they look one way and then they turn another way. What's that about? Why would you do that? Like that's just unusual. Or you put your blinker on as you're turning. Wait a minute. Aren't you supposed to do that before? Right? Isn't that supposed to be done before, or like way before, like 200-300 feet before you turn? Right? Like I put my blinker on way in advance. I love using my blinker. I treat everybody on the road like they're a cop. Right? I'm the only one that doesn't slam on their brakes. My dad doesn't drive. My dad gets driven. Right? He hasn't driven for so many years, and I would be scared to death if he drove. Uh, but yeah, he's an interesting guy. He's a man. He's so interesting. He doesn't have a middle name. You know, like there was no pen to be found when they were going to print his middle name on his records, because that was the day before like computers and stuff, right? Grew up without the internet and all that. Still's never been on the internet. Call it the internets, right? You would know what to do. You get him in front of a computer, he doesn't know what he's looking at. Very awkward. Like even photos and stuff, right? Like some photos, and I probably get a little bit of this from him, but like when you're like in a photo and you're like, yeah, I really don't want to be in this photo, but he has that like, what am I doing right now with my body in relation to these other people in front of this camera situation. So, but yeah, I'm out here doing my walk. So, yeah. Where are we at now? 29 minutes, 40 seconds. So, yeah, sound off in the comments. Give me some hearts, some heart emojis if you want me to continue this. Yeah, give me some thumbs down if you want me to end the stream, because I'm wrapping up here. I might do another lap. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna start my day at 11. So, um, but yeah, that's my father. You know, And yeah, so what did I cover? I covered his neatness, the arranging cereal, dollar bills by serial number. It's got to be crispy, right? The cash. He actually has a wallet. Like organizes the serial numbers on the cash by numbers and stuff, right? He'll spot. Oh man, let me tell you this. Like you can't really see the thing in front of his face, but man, if there's a coin on the ground, he could spot it like an eagle spots prey. Let me tell you, he's you know what I mean. He's interesting. Like I got him. I remember getting him a couple of things, right? Like he was, he didn't get to grow up with, he didn't have a great childhood and that sort of thing. And I'll kind of leave it at that. But he didn't even get Christmases and stuff when he was a kid. So I try to reward him handsomely around the holidays, right? Make kind of make up for it in a way, right? Like like erase one bad holiday and then have a good holiday in replacement. But yeah, he is just an interesting guy. Like you could follow him around with a pen and a notepad. You know what I mean? And you probably be able to catch up to him too, because he kind of walks like Colin Farrell's version of the penguin. You know, he has that like sway from side to side, right? Because one side of his body's a little stronger than the other, and you should probably do a little couple exercises and stuff. But yeah, he is interesting, right? And then my point, and I kind of went like to the side there, right? I kind of like went adjacent to or tangent, right? For any of you guys that are taking like mathematics in high school or college or whatever, right? The viewers are usually a little older and stuff, so they understand. But yeah, like I try to get him a Lionel train, right? And for any of you guys that don't know what a Lionel train is, like that was the hot item back in the day, right? Like it was a company, Lionel, and they came out with like trains, and like kids would like set up tracks, and then this is the thing that you'd want to go around your Christmas tree every year, right? Like, or like something like it. And yeah, and so like he didn't have that. He didn't have that train, and I got him something similar, right? And then he ended up giving that away. You know what I mean? Like he didn't want it anymore. I just got him a locomotive, one of those trains that are in the front of the line of the cars, and and I got him. I remember getting him like he wanted a pair of walking shoes back in the day. And we went to like 7 or 8 different places. We went to like 3 different malls. We went up and down the aisles. Like it was an all-day thing. And I was trying to get him a pair of shoes, and he ended up settling on a pair of shoes like Dr. Scholl's from like a big five, and he ended up giving those away. But my point is that like the thing that he didn't give away, right? The thing he won't give away, he would be like, you try to grab it, and then he would kind of slap your hand away, right? Like, don't touch it. Don't touch it. That's mine. His hygienic products, right? He loves his hygienic products. He loves his baby powder. He loves his echinacea. I wouldn't even know what that was if I had to like go into right? He loves his his body spray thing. He loves his baby powder, right? Puts so much on, walks around as like a little ghost that's following you because you see the footprints, right? Puts them in between his toesies, um, right? He loves his halls, right? It has to be a certain milligram. Pops the halls in. That's kind of his go-to breath mint. Anyone that would use Altoids or something like that, right? They wouldn't be using. You wouldn't be using that. He'd be using it. And he always tries to offer you one, right? Kind of his polite way of saying your breath is a little strong. He says strong, right? And so it's like, oh, okay, you know what I mean. So I'll have one, but most of the time I can't, because I'm fasting or whatever, and that might break my fast. But yeah, I'll hold on to him and I'll have him later. But yeah, my father, he's so interesting. Yeah, so and he's gonna be watching this later. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm Loud Italian. This has been fun. That is my time. We're about 35 minutes in. This is probably going to take 2 days to upload. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to review this and see what happens. I may edit it later in the future. I don't know. But yeah, happy Father's Day. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate all you guys. Marble, thank you. Reading the comments here. Who else do we have? We got Steven. Thank you for joining me. Aaliyah, thank you so much. Thanks everyone. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. I'm Loud Italian. Reach me at YouTube /Loud Italian. Reach me at twitch.tv/Loud Italian. That's where you can find me. X, PS_loyalist or Loud Italian. Post there frequently. I like to call it Twitter. I don't want to call it X. I want to break out into a sweat. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm out. And I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna get a little more coffee. I'm gonna write my steps down and review my video here and see what worked and what didn't. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Happy Father's Day. Love you. This is nothing personal. It's just me chatting. I know you're gonna watch this. Hopefully this brings you some joy. Have a great day. Love you. I'm glad you're around, and it means everything. Glad you're up. Glad you're having a good time. And let's erase one more bad memory with a good memory, okay? All right, you guys. You have a beautiful day. Happy Father's Day again. Peace.